and our respected Principal, Dr. C. Ilanjalin, sir. And also, I would like to welcome today's chief guest come speaker, Professor Ida Hendriyani, for this wonderful guest lecture on the use of neuro-linguistic programs for enhancing the business communication. Welcome you, ma'am. And also, I would like to welcome all the faculties of artificial intelligence department and also the students from the artificial intelligence department, especially final year students of AIDS. Welcome you all. And also, this is the last day of our guest lecture series. So it's a time to thank all the teaching and non-teaching and all the faculties of STEKOM University for conducting this such kind of guest lecture series for our institution. And also, I would like to thank Rector of STEKOM University, Dr. Joseph Sir, for this opportunity for our institution. Now, I would like to welcome our Principal Sir to deliver the felicitation address. Sir, welcome you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Very good afternoon to all. It's my great pleasure and privilege for giving felicitation address in this today topic use of Neuro Linguistics program the NLP Neuro Linguistics program for enhancing business communications. Respected Vice Chairman, cherished Registrar, young and dynamic head of the department, Professor Noorul Hassan, faculty members, the Department of AIDS and AIML, and I extend my warm welcome today, Chief Guest, Madam Ida Hendriyani. I wholeheartedly welcome Madam on behalf of Arunai Engineering College to exchanging the idea, thoughts, the international level. And also I would like to thank the STEKOM University and representing the peoples mentioned by our head of the departments and the students, and use the opportunity, showcase your talents, national and international levels by attending this type of and seminar in the online mode. The today topic neuro linguistics programming for enhancing business communications. The enhancing business communication would focus on how NLP, how neuro linguistics programming techniques improve communication effectiveness, relationships, and outcomes in business setting. The NLP Neuro Linguistics program learned behavioral patterns, changing thoughts, behaviors, and communications methods to achieve better results. Improving communication skills, building rapport and trust, the sales force negotiations, practical implementation, and so on. And the way of utilizing effectiveness in the leadership quality to improve the thought ideas. And I welcome and thank you very much for providing opportunity for the felicitation address for this forum. Thank you. I hand over the session for today. Resource person come chief guest, madam. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Please take over the session, Ida. Professor Ida
Yeah, okay.
Hendriyani.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much. Okay, let me could I share my slide? Yeah, let me Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, with Miss Ida Hendriyani. Today, in this special occasion, international visiting lecturer related to the use of natural language programming for enhancing business communication. In my visiting lecture, I'd like you to be participating, or to be active in my lecture. Yes. Okay, the use of natural language programming for enhancing business communication. Actually, human communication is established by using natural language. Humans regularly communicate with one another in many different languages through speech and written language. Although this data is in natural language, computers cannot understand computer cannot understand it because they only speak in 1 second or 0 second. The data generated is valuable and can provide valuable insight. Therefore, you require computers to comprehend, mimic, and react intelligently to human speech. Natural language processing, or NLP, is a branch of artificial intelligence that enables machine to read, understand, and derive meaning from human language. Yes. Language is used to establish communication between people to enable computers to comprehend text and spoken words and understand human language, intent, and sentiment. Computational linguistics incorporate machine learning models, statistics, and deep learning models. Yes, formally present about my presentation slide. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ida Hendriyani. I'm a lecturer at Science and Computer Technology University, Semarang, Indonesia. Of NLP, Neuro or natural language programming. And the second point is NLP overview. And the third one, how NLP works. And the last one, NLP in business communication. Yes. Linguistics, language in business, and how NLP can or NLP. Okay, what is NLP? What is NLP? Yes, NLP is ability of a computer program to understand human language as it is spoken and written, and gives computers the ability to interpret, manipulate, and comprehend human language. Example, language translation, search result, and predictive text. Language is used to establish communication between people, to enable computers to comprehend text and spoken words, and understand human language, intent, and sentiment. Computational linguistics incorporate machine learning models, statistics, and deep learning models. This done through rule-based modeling of human language. For business solution to improve customer experience, trimming line process, and boost profits. NLP or neuro-linguistic programming is growing in popularity in businesses. And NLP is a difficult task because the ambiguity and uncertainty of natural language. Lexical analysis. Natural languages. Okay, there are several natural languages such as lexical analysis, syntactic analysis, semantic analysis, discourse integration, and pragmatic analysis at the base of NLP. And involving the processes of the data, an algorithm is created to process it. Processings come in a wide variety, but two main categories are those that are most frequently used. Yeah. A collection of you with your life, more effective communication, and then better motivation for yourself and others, and more positive frame in mind. Yeah, rule-based system, or the system employs yeah. Okay, algorithms here for natural language processing come in wide variety, but two main categories as those are most frequently used. The first one, rule-based system. Yeah, rules-based system. This system employs meticulously craft linguistics rule. This method was used early in development of natural language processing and still used today until nowadays. And the second one, machine learning based system. Statistical methods are employed by machine learning algorithms. They are fed training and data to help learn how to perform tasks, and more training data is processed. They modify their techniques. The algorithms used in natural language processing refine their own rules through repeated processing and learning using a combination of machine learning, deep learning, and neural network. Yeah, NLP, what is the name? Okay, NLP stands for N here, neuro or natural. And L here, linguistics, and P here, programming. Neuro concern the brain and things that go on in your mind. Also, the rest of neurological system, including in 5 senses. And then linguistic also, this relates to language, both spoken and non-spoken, spoken and written, or non-spoken or body language. And then programming, this is about behavior and thinking patterns. Yeah. Okay, linguistic resources are required for the creation of grammar in the framework of symbolic approaches or for the training of machine learning models. The word corpus means body language in Latin, but when used data source in linguistics, it can be interpreted as a collection of the text and collection of linguistic data. Either written text or transcription of recorded speech can be used to begin linguistics description. The Linguistic Data Consortium owns a large catalog of written and spoken covering a wide range of language. European Language Resource Agency that collects, distributes, and validates spoken, written, and terminological linguistic resources as well as software tools. Yes, NLP body of NLP history. Okay, began in early 1970s by Richard Bandler and John Grinder. They studied three leading psychotherapists: Kevers, Peirce, Virginia, and Milton Erickson. And this study of how we get successful and unsuccessful result in our lives, and studies human functioning in a quite structured and systematic manner. So yes, natural language processing or NLP overview. Yeah, comparative assessment of NLP or natural linguistic programming versus text mining approaches. This slide provides information regarding the comparative assessment of NLP and text mining or analytics based on parameters such as purpose, input, output, techniques, application, limitation, additional features, tools, and etc. Further, insert a table and compare the NLP approach on different parameters as mentioned. With the help of table, you can easily um, get to the conclusion. Okay, this is a characteristic of NLP. The first one contains categorizations, and then competence in extracting structured data for text-based search. The first one, NLP, is a methodology that developed a machine that can interpret human language or data that resembles human language in terms or whether it's written, spoken, or organized. And the second one, characteristics of NLP is progress from computational linguistics, which utilize computer science to determine principles of language. And NLP here is programmed to develop technology that attends relevant tasks. And for the next, NLP consists of three parts for the artificial intelligence, human language, and computer science, capable in transforming voice commands into written text or vice versa. Automatic translation of the text or speech from one language to another languages. Yeah, you can see the table or the data. And input and output of NLP. Okay, the input and output of NLP system can be speech or written text. Speech and written text. Speech here, for example, for the speaking, yeah, and then written text for the text, and then video and audio. Yeah. NLU or natural language understanding. Yeah, deals with the ability of computers to understand human language. This is a language, and then computer and language. We transform the language of computer into the language of human, and NLU, natural language understanding. And then mapping the given input the natural language into useful representations. And then analyzing different aspects of the language or several languages. And then analogy or natural language generation. In many the most of interesting problems in NLP or natural language processing language is the output. Natural language generation focus on three main scenarios. There are text planning. Text planning includes retrieving the relevant content from the knowledge. And sentence planning, yeah, knowledge-based. Yeah, sentence planning, it includes choosing required words, forming meaningful phrases, setting tone of the sentences. And the last one or the third one, text realization. It is mapping sentence plan into sentence structure, or the structure of sentences. Okay, next, why NLP matters. Yeah. Yeah, why NLP matters? Okay, the first one, communication, enables real-time language translation and chatbots. And the second one, information retrieval and search engine and information extraction. And three, content creation, assist in generating human-like text for various purposes. And the last one, sentiment analysis, understand opinions and emotion in social media and customer reviewer. Yeah. Why does it matter for you? Okay, natural language processing, also called NLP, allows machine to understand the meaning of words spoken and written by human. NLP, or natural language processing, is a sub-area of artificial intelligence, or AI, that studies the ability and limitation of a machine to understand human being language. And then the primary purpose of NLP is to provide computers with the ability to understand and compose text. Understanding text means recognizing the context, performing syntactic, semantic, lexical, and morphological analysis, creating, summarize, extracting information, interpreting the sense, and analyzing feelings, and even learning concept from the processed text. But let's start with some definition, yeah. And then also, the topic requires intermediate linguistics or about NLP and technical knowledge. Yeah, the definition of natural language is quite simple and is very pure, in which human communicate. Language or yeah, language or language is a great example of natural languages. It's true that the languages that computer are used to dealing with, such as XML, XEL, and PHP, have complexities. And however, the way we communicate with all the rules of grammar and ambiguities, overcome these difficulties by far. Knowing this, the challenge that emerged to connect these two forms of communication so that the two understand each other in a comprehensive and natural interaction. Yes, next, how NLP works. Yeah, there are several steps how NLP works. Okay, the first one step, tokenization, breaking down text into smaller units like words or phrases. And the second one, part of speech tagging, identify part of speech. Yeah, we have to identify part of speech. Part of it consists of the noun, verb, and then adjective, conjunction, and then etc. And the third, name entity recognition, identifying entities like names, dates, and location in the text. And then four, syntax and parsing, analyzing sentence structure to understand. And then the last one, sentiment analysis, determining the sentiment expressed in the text, positive, negative, and neutral. Okay, challenge of NLP. There are four challenges of NLP. Okay, the first one, ambiguity. Ambiguity is word can have multiple meanings, or there are several meanings in one word. Okay, the second one, context understanding. We have to know the context, or we have to know the context understanding. Understanding the context is which words are used. And the third one, slang and idioms. Usually people use slang or idioms for expressing their communication. And the last one, cultural nuances. Cultural nuances, different language and cultures have unique linguistics. Yes, it's a challenge of NLP. Yeah, and how does NLP works? Okay, the first one, pre-processing. Yeah, we pre-processing to concentrate the data to help the machine better understand. It's a crucial. Yeah. Yes, normalizing is the process that includes tokenization, the removal of text and special characters, and the change from uppercase to lowercase letters. Each word is identified as a token, and each sentence is a mark as such. This began to structure the text. And the removal of some word removes very repeated words such as the and that word and of, because in general they are not relevant in the construction of the model. These removals should only occur when subwords are not necessary. And then it's also necessary to remove numeral and to accompany symbols. For examples, can, kilo, yeah, accompany symbols. It is quite common to use spell checkers to deal with typos, abbreviations, and informal vocabulary. The summing process reduces the word to its radical characters and stems from its motto. For example, for processing, there are 7 processing levels. The first one, phonology, morphology, lexicon, syntactic, semantic, speech, and pragmatic. Okay, let me discuss it one by one. Okay, phonology identifies and interprets the sounds that make up words when the machine has to understand and spoken language. And morphology is concerned with the composition and nature of words. Morphology dividing them into morphology, meaning smaller that constitute the words ending root, radical, affix, topic, and theme vowel. And simultaneously, The synthetic process analyzes the formation of sentence and the specification of the structure allowed in the language. And the lexicon analyzes the input of the characters lines like the program source code, and it produces a sequence of the lexical symbols or lexical tokens. It captures the meaning of words. And next, the semantic analysis concerns the meaning of the phrase, extract the meaning of the syntactic structure, and the speech verifies the overall meanings of the text. And finally, the pragmatic approach interprets the concept extract from the text, check whether the meaning of the semantic analysis is correct, and defines meaning that are not clear. Yeah, the challenge of understanding humans. The key elements behind artificial intelligence is a science, fiction, films, natural language processing. This technology, which has become increasingly popular, is essential to give machine the ability to understand people in the exact way we speak and write. And then more than 2.5 million new data are produced worldwide every day. Most of the data is unstructured. Despite the many possibilities of use, these data are due to the complexity of their analysis, and it's conclude that companies is only 8% of the data generated. Yeah. Okay, next, communication mode. Yeah. So communication, next about communication. Communication is divided into three types. Yeah, the first one, words. Words is only 7% in our conversation, and then body language, 55%, and then voice or tone, 38%. So when we communicate with other people, we have to concern in the three part of modes or three modes of communication: word, body language, and voice or tone. And nonverbal communication. Okay, we use nonverbal communication. Actually, there are 55% body language or nonverbal communication can influence our communication when we meet up in our business client or in a business field. Okay, the first one, facial expression. Facial expression, how we use our face or expression when we communicate to others. And then gesture, about related to body language. And then paralinguistics. Paralinguistics is a vocal communication without language. This like just yeah, this like a vocal communication. And for body language and posture, I think body language and posture can determine our position and our our power in one position on one strata. And then 5, proxemics, personal space. And then 6, eye gazing. Okay, so we have to use eye contact when we speak to other people. And then touch or haptic, and appearance. Yes, appearance is good for the first impression when we have communication. Okay, next, build rapport. Yeah, build rapport we can use. Okay, it's divided into 3: visual, Visual is like a see, watch, look, show, and sight, and then auditory, how you use, how we hear, and then sound like, and use the other auditory for communication, and then kinesthetic, how we feel, perhaps touch, warm, and connect to other people when we have to communicate. Yeah. Okay, next start. Our next slide, NLP in business, or NLP for business communication. Yes, okay, I have already done giving explanation about what is NLP, natural language processing, and then how NLP is used for is effective used for business communication, especially when we are a business people or business man or woman. So NLP is good to apply it. Yeah. Okay, neuro linguistic programming, how can it help you? Yeah, the most common business challenge, especially in communication. Yeah, communication is good for our life. Yes, except example in our leadership. Yeah, or personal, and when we can apply it to motivate or motivational climate or to motivate to other people or other clients or other mates or office mates in our business and sales. Yeah, and how you use sales and NLP is good for increasing and for achieve sales or marketing. Next, the three key areas in the linguistics arena. The first, sensory system, visual auditory, okay, and then two key language patterns, specificity and influence and hypnosis. Okay, for several people, NLP is for influence other people to have or to give or to sell their products or their service when we have our business. And then motivation patterns, language patterns behind the words. Okay. Yeah, the benefit of natural language processing for the business. Yeah, what is going to happen when you write a message to your smartphone? From the moment you insert the first letter, does the word you want to write appear almost as if it were magic? It is a practical and a typical example of what natural language processing can do to us people. And it is something that we take for granted and that we are not going to exchange for anything. We use the features of our smartphone almost without realizing it. This is one of many reasons why natural language processing is so necessary. And it was importance and this implication culture associated with the NLP that caught the attention of business or business communication. As a what is it, consultant on digital transformation in a companies, we have identified some NLP's benefits to the business. Okay, the first one of the most important to us or the business stand out for their differentiation using natural language processing. with touch of creativity in the mix and coupled with the right strategy and can lead to action and that stand out effectively. And then personalization of care. Today they are much more demanding and impatient customer out there is in additions in their increasingly digital habits. And customers or clients want to solve their problem on the spot. They don't admit to wasting time with customer support forms or calls for helplines. Uh, in most cases, don't solve the problem at first. But natural language processing or NLP appears as customer care solution because it can learn to identify and resolve key customer needs at a time, fully autonomously over the long term. Yeah. And the next benefit for NLP in a business, again, optimization of user experience. In the same way as thinking about personalizing the service, and interactive and smart board can be a better experience that form that needs to be filled out. And it's not just about customer service, and it's about sales, after sales, and even attracting new customers. And then reduction of costs. What is primary goals of technology adoption? Simplifying process. We are certainly making the most of the resources, both technical and humans, by simplifying process. Data collection can become much more self-sufficient with NLP than having the entire teams reviewing documents, processing, and endless excelling it. And last, customer satisfaction. Customer wants to take care of everything quickly as possible and preferable without much effort. And when applicable in intelligent way, such as a chatbot that takes NLP's capacity of the extreme in addition to understanding intention and understand feelings. It will positively contribute to our customer satisfaction. Yeah. Okay, this NLP for business partner. Yeah, NLP implies neuro-linguistic programming. Linguistic construction affect your belief and behaviors. This NLP saw this great interest in language. And NLP, natural language programming, helps us in using language that motivates and inspires others. Yeah, NLP has has a discredited approach to communication and personal development. And language here is for sharing and sharing the experiences. Yeah, NLP should be there, a part of syllabus for those who are working in the public field, maybe sales, marketing, or PR, public relations. And then NLP teach you how to convince others without hurting, without hurting them. It helps you in communicating in and influencing others with elegance and integrity to get things done speedily. Yeah. We should gain a rapport with the listeners and maintain psychological congruence. Example, they act truly paying intention towards our goal without hesitation. Yeah, we should both linguistically as well as non-verbal communication, while the relationship of the person listening and feeling a psychological connection with you. And you should display behaviors like confidence and understanding. And then once you become an expert persuader through NLP, yeah, we will be able to use proven methods accurately detect lies as well as interpret emotional such as anger, boredom, confidence, nervous, and many others. Yeah, suppose NLP can suppose that we are in sales or in a marketing and we should have a we may have a used to strategy with a bit of success. And have you ever remember that we get our potential client, their potential client talking, and we make them lead to the point that they need to get whatever we are selling, especially in our business or our business partner. Yeah. Okay, remember we can be successful using NLP in a sales presentation. We might realize that some of clients had SIMs and sell our product to the clients using NLP or natural language programming. Yeah, whether we notice it or not, you may have applied some of NLP technique. Yeah, if we understood all tactic and could we it happen every time we sell, so we can sell everything. Yeah, we can sell everything using NLP. Okay. And for leaders, yeah, for our leadership, one big mistake that most of the business leader make in their everyday communication that in many cases kills the message before it even gets started. So, using NLP, neuro-linguistic programs, techniques ensure that we'll never make these fatal errors, especially in leadership communication. And then NLP or a neuro-linguistic program provides our advanced pattern of language called quantum linguistics. Yeah, quantum linguistics helps us to remove barriers to our success. So we have to use in our neuro, in our neuro linguistic that we can be successful in a way of business. And then NLP provides us different ways for convincing others that can help you unlock the key in winning support from our sponsor or our supporters. Also help in getting cooperation with everyone. And many else for communication. Yeah, communication is the biggest challenge in a business. So NLP or natural language programs help us in promoting good communication and negotiation strategies along with management skills. Yeah, using effective communication is one of the benefits of NLP. This communication may be verbal or written, maybe non-verbal communication or verbal communication. And then NLP improves our communication skills in every aspect, especially in business communication. Language creates reality in a business communication. And then this understanding will give you the knowledge of precise use of language and lead to move our communication in direction we want. And then NLP, natural language programming, help us in mastering the use of properly language and communication. Okay, next for conclusion. Okay, I give you some benefit. Yes. Okay, conclusion. Okay, in conclusion, natural language processing is revolutions the way we interact with technology. Its application are diverse and its potential is vast. As we move forward, it's crucial to embrace and understand the power of NLP or neuro-linguistics programming in shaping the future of human-computer interactions. Yeah, natural language processing is a subject of artificial intelligence that aims to approximate human behavior. As a misconception usually justifies a negative experience with chatbots or other self-service tools on a user, and lack of preparation on virtual assistants. The use of NLP is sufficient to fill this gap. It must be understood before imitating human language along its complexities and ambiguities. And then natural language processing is much more focused on understanding people's way of speaking than on humanizing the relationship between man and machine. This area also benefit from this. This technology may also help answer the classic questions of robot will replace people in the jobs market. And I give you several benefits using NLP for business. Okay, the first one, improved efficiency. NLP can automate tasks that would otherwise be performed manually, such as document summarization, text classification, and sentiment analysis, saving time and resources. And then better decision making. NLP can analyze large amounts of text data and provide valuable insight that can inform decision making in various industries, such as finance, marketing, and healthcare and agriculture. Enhance customer experience. NLP can be used to create chatbots and other conversational interface, improving the customer experience and increasing accessibility. And the last one, increase accuracy. Yeah, NLP can help us reduce the risk of human error in language-related tasks such as contract review and medical diagnosis. And NLP enables the developments of new applications and services that were not previously possible, such as automatic speech recognition and machine translation. Okay, thank you for the attention and happy to answer any questions you may have. Okay, thank you. Okay, yes, please come back to the host of the MC for the questions. Any questions so far? Especially for NLP. Okay, as Miss Novita or other MC, okay. Are there any questions for our lecture, especially NLP for enhancing business communication? Please. Yeah, okay. There is one questions for one student. Okay, what are some challenge in natural language processing? Yeah. Okay, so NLP face several challenges due to the complexity and of human language. Yeah, some common challenge include ambiguity. Yeah, ambiguity. Many words and phrases have multiple meanings depending on context, making it challenging for machine to accurately interpret them. And sarcasm and irony, understanding humor, sarcasm, and irony requires a deep comprehension and cultural and contextual cues, which can be difficult for machine. And then a lack of standardization. While the language evolves and different regions may have a unique dialect slang or expression that can be challenging for NLP models to handle. And then data privacy and bias, ensuring privacy and avoiding biases in language processing is crucial. Is crucial and it can affect the fairness and accuracy of the results. Yeah, these are several challenges of NLP. Okay, thanks for the questioner. Okay, is there any next questions? Yes, please. Yeah, okay. NLP application. Okay, about NLP application in business communication. Yeah. So there are applications, NLP application in business communication. Maybe we can check. Yes. There are several applications. The first one, automated customer service. Yeah, we can use chatbots. Chatbots can answer common questions and resolve basic issues. And then email filtering and prioritization. Yeah, NLP can sort and prioritize emails based on content and sender. And the next application is social media monitoring. Yeah, NLP can track brand mentions, sentiment, and identify potential issues. And then content generation. Yeah, and NLP can assist in generating marketing, copy, product description, and other text based on context. And the last one application is data analysis. NLP can analyze customer feedback, survey responses, and other text-based data to gain insight. Okay, this is thank you for two questioners. Yeah, thank you very much for the time and for opportunity. Okay, thank you for all and close my lecture or my presentation today. Thank you and see you in the next occasion or in the next lecture visiting.